Alright, y'all, so right here, I'm going to put y'all on a time lapse, so it'll go faster while I'm showing y'all the traps.
On November 16th, which is today, and we're going to end on December 5th. And I'll write every day, or every date, right here in the bottom, on each day, but we're going to be trapping. I'm going to show y'all the baits that I use for coyotes and stuff. We're on set 2 or 3 tonight, and we're set 5 or 6 tomorrow. I'm only on set 2 coyote traps. Coyote still trapped because I don't want to accidentally catch a fox or a bobcat. And fox and bobcat season starts December 1st, so we're catching coyotes, raccoons, and possums right now. We're doing a predator, or bringing on the predators for the chicken coop. But right now we are trapping raccoons, possums, and coyotes right now because they don't have a season for them. They're all year round. And then on December 1st, which is the opening day of bobcat and fox season and other stuff, then we're going to be trapping, we're going to put 6 more steel bobcat traps out. But to start off, for raccoons, dog or cat food, you can get it pretty cheap. And then for the lure, honey. And for coyotes, they're a little bit more smart, but we're going to be using, let's see if I have any traps here. Yeah, the bottom of that bucket though. Alright, so here's a coyote trap. We're going to be using a steel trap. In a couple more days, we are going to be, let me put you on the tripod. So, I'm going to side more up. Alright, so here, what we're using for coyotes, this is not break bones. I go with my other, about palm wise, would be perfect for coyotes. 4 coil spring is probably better, but I got 2 coil. These do not break bones, they just sit there and hold them. But we are going to set 2 of these, either tonight or in the morning, and a couple. And for the coyote traps, what we got is some deer liver. Get off a deer. We're going to be cutting them up to a bunch of 2-inch pieces of the deer liver, and we're going to be doing a dirt hole set. Let me show you. A lot of people has the cheapest way possible, but a lot of people has metal dirt hole set. Find you about a 1.5 inch tree trunk, put it down, and dirt hole set. You want to angle it like this into the ground, 8 to 10 inches, and then here's the ground right here. Your trap's gonna be 8 to 10 inches this way. So your trap's right here where the hammer is. Your dirt hole right here. And what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be stuffing the liver inside of the hole, dirt hole. Then we're gonna be putting a cotton ball over the top of cotton ball, wool, or anything like that over the top of the dirt hole. So they have to dig out the dirt or the cotton ball to get to the deer meat. And then you don't have to do this, but chicken, bird feathers, anything like that, you sprinkle 3 or 4 of them over your coyote set. So your foot trap buried right here, your dirt holes right here, you got your deer bait, and then you have a lure. We're going to be using fox pea, a lure up here on one of the trees, so the wind will take down the lure downwind, and then the foxes will smell them, or the coyotes will smell it. And you sprinkle a few of these around your trap. Put your bait in your hole, and then your lure on a little piece of limb. But we're going to set tonight. We're going to mainly set cage trap because it's about to get dark. And in the morning, we're going to set some foot traps. I'm only going to set 2 foot traps. And then December 1st, I'm going to set 6 more, or 4 more. I got 6 foot traps. So December 1st is first day of fox and bobcat season. There's some chipmunks down there. But we're going to be setting 4 more coyote traps for the thing. Let me show y'all some of my other traps I got. So pretty soon, we're going to be getting like a 3-foot tall coyote live trap. So that's going to be fun to catch. Coyote live trap's about this tall. We do not have that right now. I'm not sure if we're going to get it before or after I end this video. But right now we're using these about a foot tall raccoon traps for raccoons, live traps. Coyote traps, we're going to be using the foot traps. I'll just show you on the way. Foot traps for the coyotes. These for the raccoons. I got a couple dog-proof traps. I'll show you what that looks like. Here's the raccoon dog-proof traps. Dogs cannot get trapped in this. They have to have fingers, but you just pull spring back. I got 2 of these raccoon dog-proof traps. I got 2 coyote foot traps. 2 of these big raccoon cage traps, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these size possum traps, about 6 inches. And then I have 1 4-inch squirrel and chipmunk trap, cage trap like this, but it's smaller. So, okay, y'all. Right whenever we get over to the first spot.
Yeah, so it helps to have a trail made out where you get a pool out here, but we don't. So I had to bring all these traps and stuff. It's a heavy 5-gallon bucket, always full with stuff like 150 yards or so. I'm gonna show y'all one of each trap how to set, and then I'm gonna do all the other ones because I don't want this video to be too long. But here's all the cage traps, no matter what size. Here's how you set those.
I'll go outside to get everything ready. Alright, y'all. So how you set these is you want to, y'all down here with it. So you want to push in the safety pin, push in the spring, you got a little clip over here and pull. Just put that right on too, and then set. But you do want to make sure you want this just like that. So whenever I touch that pin in the back right there, it sits off on it. But you want to make sure you don't have this, you want to make sure you don't have this little, I don't know what you call it, but this set right there because it won't go off. So we want to make sure that ain't on anything. So what we're going to do, we're going to make sure some spots level down. Have the fine spots, you can find a game trail and put it right inside of the game trail. Two-way game trail is better because you got more of the chance. So you just want to find your spot, put out the rock. For this trap, it don't matter if you have gloves on, but you don't want to put your bait on the foot trap. You don't want to put your bait on your hands. You don't want to touch the bait on your hands. And put a foot trap before we use gloves so we don't get our bait on the trap, because if you do that, then they can get their head in there. But this is how we're going to do it. But you could throw leaves all over it and brush it up a little bit, make them feel more safe. So we can take that handful of dog food right there, right in the middle, and right here front, a little trail. That's it. Dog or cat food or tuna. And this we're just going to put, we're just going to put a little bit of syrup or honey right there in the back, and one come over here and drizzle a little bit on the tree. So all that wind will take the honey out in the woods and bring in the raccoons. So that's how you set a raccoon trap. I will catch y'all on the next trap that we set.
I just found a really great spot for this trap here. This dog-proof raccoon trap. I done set it. You just pull the spring in and put your safety clip on, and it has to go in there and pull back a ring. Here's a really good spot. There's briars all around me here. I don't know if y'all can tell, but all these are briars right here. And the animal's bed in here. We have a trail, and that tree right there is hollow. And I caught raccoons and possums over here before, but the tree right here is hollow, and there's a cave that goes up in there. So we're going to set one right here, and we should catch one right here too. And we have a really good game trail. It's kind of hard to find trails because it's the fall, but it's the fall. Now you can still see that trail, so you probably know that there's an animal there. You can see the trail in the fall. That probably means that they're sitting in here either today or yesterday. So the way I have these rigged up so they can't take my traps, you could get cables and put it around here. But I just have this chain. All I do is put it around the tree and notch that up right there. And they climb up the tree, but they can't really do much. I mean, I ain't never had one climb up the tree. But right here, we're going to stick it in the ground
and tie it around the tree. So what we're going to do is just really basic. This one you stick in the ground. You stick in the ground with your hands. We have hard ground though. We're going to unscrew my bolt here. That is very fresh down in there. So we should have one out here tomorrow too. What you could do with these raccoon traps, hold on y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but what y'all can do with these raccoon traps is you put a red cup over here. So all you have to do is see that red cup is going or not, and you know if you have something in there. So here it is. All we have is tied to that tree, stuck it to the ground right there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the dog food. You can throw it all the way up, but you don't really need to. Look, just take your little handful, fill it about halfway up. The dog food just needs to be right over that sugar. And we're just going to with a little bit of syrup or honey. I have the honey and syrup mix. Right here for these two traps are the easiest raccoon traps, cage traps and these, because they work fast. You can set them in under 30 seconds. And with the coyote traps, it takes like 15 seconds to set. That smells good. And, you gotta make sure you spill a little bit of dog food on the outside. If they're just walking by this trail and they didn't see it, and they just smell that. And we're just gonna sprinkle some of that over the briars there for the wind to take off. So the scent will. This is a really good spot. I caught stuff here before. It's a really good trail here. I'm gonna set one more type of trap, so just so I can show y'all how they work. But this is a really good spot. The game trail is hollow tree that has caves in there. I caught stuff here before, so that means that this is gonna be a really good trail. And I might even come back up here and put a cage trap right on the other side of that tree, because it's good to have one or two traps right beside each other within like 10 yards away. But if you have traps 10 yards away and there's two raccoons, then you'll catch one and not both of them. So I'll catch y'all here in just 1 second after I go get that other trap. You don't get coyotes on the first day, but tonight we're on the 73 trap. One of these kind of cage trap that foot trap, or that trap up there, you want them about 50 yards apart, each one. And if there's a really good trail, put 2 of them outside each other within like 5 or 10 yards. So if there's 2, they'll double your chances of you getting them. But it's good to put like a real little piece of reflecting tape on a tree where you'll remember where your trap is. But I just ran out, so I don't have nothing to tie to the tree. But you can also tie just about anything up there. So I'm gonna find another really good game trail, and we're gonna be setting this one right here. Well, this one is a coyote trap, but you gotta be kind of careful with it, or you don't have to be careful with it. But you don't want to set that, and then, or you don't want to have bait in your hands and then set that without gloves, because then your bait scent is on the trap, and then they'll go sniff around and they'll get their head in the trap and not their feet. So I'm gonna go find another good spot, and I'll catch y'all right after we get in the next spot. Also, right here's gonna be a good spot for the coyote trap. I forgot my gloves, and I already have bait on my hands, so we're just gonna have to set it without gloves, and hopefully they won't get their head in there. But make sure you wear gloves and do not touch your bait on your trap, because they will sniff your trap. But this is a pretty good spot. I already caught a few out of it this year. So I'm gonna get it set up right there, and I'll show you. So for this foot trap, what we're going to be doing is, let me show you. I do this in many ways. You can even put this to the tree too if you want. But what we're going to do is, we're going to take this trap, put it right there. We got these stakes I built, put some anchors on there. And we're going to just come here. Nope. But you want at least a foot for coyotes. You want at least a foot on. That's the wrong size right there. So, well, I have these made for a certain type of kind. So they're using them. And these anchors, you want to make sure they're hooked up right. Like I said, you can do these many ways. They come with stakes. I got some, or they come with different types of stakes and stuff. I got all different kinds. I tried all of them. All of them work just as well. The really big thing is just to make sure that you don't forget to put your stake in the ground, because you will lose your trap. Let me see what I done with mine. I'll get you after I get this stake hammered in the ground. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to find big trails right there. We got 2 trails coming in this spot. We're going to come up here tomorrow and set. We'll come up here tomorrow and set another trail actually, or another trap. An old trap. We'll set. Go and pull up this old trap. Alright, I'll get y'all after I get done pulling this old trap up. This is what we're going to do. Coyotes are really smart, so you want to keep ground above them. If it ain't, coyotes kill it and it moves, then they'll dig it up. So they have actual hammers for this part, and they have like a grab and a dirt hole thing. But what we're going to do, we're going to use this short part that I have. We're just going to clear out this little circle here. I got my old trap up, I forgot that was one. Then we're going to take this thing right here. This is our twisters. We're going to put all this dirt that we take out of this hole and throw it into our twisters. These are very important steps here. Take all that dirt. Pour into our twister and make sure you don't have no big rocks under it. The big rock will stop the trap from going off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this stake, and we're going to take us a little. See that? And then we're going to take this hammer and just tap down the ground and make it all hard and even. And show you. So we're tapping down the ground after we dug the hole. We're going to flip it all around real fast.
Now that we dug up this hole here, I don't know if you have to take the hole. Got about an 8-inch hole right here in the middle. Now we're going to be taking this hammer and patting all the loose dirt packed down into the ground. Because like I said, if they feel that trap moving under their feet, they're gonna dig it up. And then I like taking this hammer and hit it one time in the middle. Now you can pat it down with your hand. But now, so we got that right there where we're hitting. About a 1/2-inch hole right there in the middle. I could barely see it. But we got the big 6 to 8-inch hole around, depending on how big your trap is. And this little hole right here, where I'll be putting the stake all the way in right there. So I'll catch y'all after I get down with that. Y'all, now that we have it set, now we're still gonna hold these things down so the trap can't go off on us. But we're just gonna push this pan down until we hear it click, and that's called a trigger set. Now we're just gonna put this in the ground here, just like this. And you want to make the ground even with it. What we're gonna do is take a little corner right there for the things to sit right there. Then we're gonna put our trap right there. Trap right there. Now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna wiggle some dirt up under that trap there. We don't want anything under this pan here. Be careful not to get your hand. But you don't want anything up under this pan. Any dirt will stop that trap from going off. So to keep from doing that, let me show y'all. To get in that pan, any dirt from getting under that pan, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be taking a cotton ball, just like this. We're gonna be kind of pulling it, make it a little fatter like that. Let me show y'all. We're gonna pick up this side right here so our hand can't get into it. And we're gonna put that up under that pan called the trap pan. They have trap pan covers. I'm gonna put that back down, make sure any dirt. You're gonna make sure there ain't no wobbling in this. and shoot it today. You don't want it to wobble. Make sure it's all pretty good. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our dirt here, our dirt swifter. This one. Cover our pan. Cover our trap. That's all we're gonna do. And sometimes you won't have enough dirt, so you can come up here beside it and just put the leaves, dig you a hole, take all that dirt, and put it back in your pan. Just like that. So I'll catch y'all after I get this covered. Now that we have that all covered, now we're just gonna uncover our pan here. Then you take all that dirt. Just very carefully, do not get your hand right here on this trigger after you have it uncovered. Very carefully, just pack down your dirt. It don't need to be packed down too much. Just you want to make sure that trap don't move. Then you want it to look as real as possible. So you just put some leaves around there, where you have your about a foot circle. Your pan's right here in the middle. Your trap pan for the trap right here in the middle. Your trap goes all the way around there, about 5 to 6 inches circle. That's right here in the middle. Probably about a 6-inch circle for coyotes. 4 to 5 inch for so there ain't gonna be no dirt under there. They make stuff that does it, but I just use cotton balls because it's the cheapest thing. Stick it up under that pan cover. And what we're gonna do next, I'll show y'all. I'm just gonna put a little bit more leaves around there. I want to put a little thing on this tree here so they can't, so I know where my trap is. Here's one of the most particular steps to trapping. Going to take, you don't want it too far. So here's your legs down here. You want your head, their heads will be down here. So about 8 to 10 inches right in front of the trap. You're gonna angle your stick. Here's your trap, right here. You're gonna angle your stick at the thing, so they can't really come this way and try to get your bait. They have to come this way and step on your trap. What we're gonna do is hammer this 8 to 10 inches into the ground. I'll cut you off after I get done with that. Hammer's better on this, so we're gonna have to hurry up. But you want it to look like another coyote has been in this area. Coyote on my private land, they don't have a season, but you want to check your state laws. So your trap's right here. Got my dirt hole right here. You want to make it look like it's about 10 inches right there. You want to make it look like that another coyote's been over here in this area, and they're just coming over. And you want to make it look like the coyote dug up a hole and hid some bait. You rarely get coyotes on the first day. There might be a raccoon or possum here, but you want to make it look like that a coyote's been over here, dug it up already, and hid some food for the winter under there. So I'll catch y'all whenever we get the bait in there. And I was gonna tell y'all, you could buy metal dirt hole things, but I take this stick here, 1.5 inches wide, and I put it 10 inches from right here at this tip right here to right here, and then this other little spot is where I hold my hands and hit the hammer, and I put the dirt. I'll put the hole all the way to right there, so I'll know where to stop every time. And you want it a deep hole, you don't want it a little hole, because you want them to take time to get in there. So the longer they're at your trap trying to get the bait, the more the chance you got of them stepping on your trap. So that much is perfectly fine. But I'm going to catch y'all whenever I get the bait now. Here's our bait. I'm just using deer liver because we just got my cousin started doe this morning. So we're just using deer liver. Coyotes, they eat meat, so you would rarely catch them on dog food. I have caught them before on dog food, but here's some few of these 2-inch little. I might have to put a gray screen on this, but put a few of these little 2-inch pieces. Just stuff them down as far as you can down in that dirt hole. I'm gonna put 3. Stuff it all the way down in that dirt hole as far as you can. And then we might just give them a little taste test. And I do it with most of them. just give them a little taste test and just throw one right on top of there so they'll know where it's at, what it is. So I'll catch y'all right after I get the lure. So I already put the lure out. I forgot to press record. So this is what we're doing now. We're gonna take one of these cotton balls. We might need two, but we're gonna start off with one. Take one of these cotton balls here. Just try to wash off some of the blood. Give it a little bit of blood on it from your. You can use fish, all kinds of stuff will catch them. But you just want to flip that kind of up. You want to stick it down. Wool works best, but if you stick a little piece of cotton ball down in that hole, I'm gonna go ahead and get like half of another piece. Just load another piece of cotton ball, and they'll think that they got a mouse or something. Another coyote got a mouse and hid the food for another time. And then they will come in here and just try to get it. Here's where the feathers come in place. Here's where we're gonna take some of these feathers here. Got your blood on me. Take two or three of these feathers. I'm gonna do three. We're gonna take all three different colors. You don't have to do all different colors. We're just gonna make a triangle around that dirt hole. Alright, now this set is pretty much done. So we're going to go, I'll catch y'all in the morning after I get done talking to y'all. But, I got blood all over my hand. I might have to grade both of these things out. But I'm about to show y'all let me flip y'all around. I'm going to show y'all the finishing thing. So here it is finished. My phone's about to die, so that's why I ain't going to set anymore. Here's our trap. It's like right there. Trap pan's right there. I uncovered the trap pan. And then 10 inches up here, we got meat stuffed down in an 8 to 10 inch hole, and then cotton balls on top with a couple feathers around. That'll just make them want to stay a little longer. And look, I'll put some fox pea on that tree right there to bring the scent. So, I'll catch y'all in the morning whenever we go set a lot of cage traps. Great. If you have dogs, throw your meat or bait in the trap so they can't get to them. So that's a pretty good tip. If you have meat or bait, throw it in the trap so they can't get it, or somewhere where they can't get to it. Alright, y'all. So it's still nighttime, but in the morning we are going to go set the traps and set 12 more traps. We set 3 tonight. We set one of each kind. A dog-proof raccoon trap, a foot trap for coyotes, foxes, just anything that steps in it, and a cage trap for anything that fits in it. Tomorrow I got a couple of these game cameras. We got some, it's still November 16th, but we got some cellular game cameras, and we got 2 of these kind of game cameras and 1 cellular. We're going to set on a couple traps and see if we can't get the catch on video. But, yeah. Tomorrow we're going to check the 3 traps that we set tonight. Set 12 more of cage traps and 1 more foot trap, and one more raccoon trap, 1 more foot trap for coyotes, and all the rest is big and little and really little live traps. So we're gonna do that. Set 3 of these game cameras on some of them, on the ones that I think will do the best. So yeah, I'll catch y'all in the morning. This video is not sponsored by anything. I buy everything y'all see me using this video. The traps, the cameras. We got some Moultrie Mobile cellular cameras. We got 2 of these just regular game cameras right here. So I'll catch y'all in the morning whenever we get to check the 3 traps that we set out tonight, and we're gonna set some more. So I'll catch y'all in the morning.
Alright, y'all. It's the next morning. We're coming up to the first trap. We're about 50 yards away. There's a tree right in front of it, if I can see it right now. So right now, we just going. This is the first night. I ain't checked them yet. I'm not sure if I have anything, but I do see the door closed on one of my traps, on the cage trap that we set yesterday. If I get anything, I'm just gonna wait till later to do something with it. But, alright, yeah. What did I tell y'all? I'm gonna put y'all around.
Well, this is not a surprise. I told y'all twice last night that we'll probably catch a possum. Alright, I'll catch y'all whenever we get to the next trap. Second trap, this is the
Coyote trap. You got nothing. Trap right there. 8 holes right there. I'll catch y'all whenever we get to the raccoon trap. Coon trap, nothing. Let's go here. Alright, I'll catch y'all a little later. Or actually, I'm gonna go ahead and set these traps. It's early in the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and set these. I'm gonna set, let's see, 8 more. I'm gonna go ahead and set 8 more traps, and I'll catch y'all in the morning whenever we go check all of them. All we got tonight is a possum. Maybe we'll have a raccoon tomorrow. Catch y'all in the morning.
Also, today is, what is it, the 20th? November 20th, and we got 2 possums. We got a possum right here, and a black possum down there. I'll catch y'all whenever we got to get down to that trap. And we still have 2 more traps to set. Or to check, not to set. Oh, here's this other possum. It's a whole lot darker. But yeah, there's the other one. Right now we're at 3 catches. We got, 1 on the first day of this season, or 1 on the first day of the trapping, beginning of the video, and 2 today. I'll catch y'all, not tomorrow, but, well, maybe tomorrow. Whatever we catch, I'll catch y'all whenever we catch something else. This possum on the line. He's running so fast we can't catch him. Let's climb up the tree, y'all. Our first catch of the day is this little possum here. This is the first trap I came up on. I'll catch y'all after I check all the other traps. Alright, y'all. This is the 10th trap I checked so far, and we got another possum today. And we got 2 more traps to check. I'll catch y'all whenever we get down there. Also, nothing in the rest of the traps, so I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Got a possum. This is the first trap we checked today. I'll catch y'all after I finish checking the traps. Y'all, so here's the first trap. All we have is a possum. I'm gonna catch all the others. I'm gonna go check all the other traps, and I'll catch y'all if we get anything. Alright, y'all, so this is gonna be the end of the video because the only day I ended up catching was a lot of possums and 1 raccoon, so I didn't catch a coyote or anything like that. So this is gonna be the end of the video, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.